Greetings, everyone. This is Michelle from Satya Yoga. Today I will be guiding you through a set of Moon Salutations. They are a more grounding and centering practice. They're thought of as typically being practiced at the new moon or the full moon periods. However, anytime you want to just feel a little more connected to the earth, a little more rooted, this is a great way to accomplish that. So if you want to play your favorite music, I invite you to go ahead and do that. And I also have to say that anytime you are practicing any type of physical activity, you will be practicing at your own risk. So we're going to begin, we're going to warm up the body, loosen up the joints a little bit by lying on the ground, on the mat. So let's come into the position we would at the end of class, like in Shavasana. And take a deep breath into your body. And sigh out the breath. Just allow yourself to sink into the mat. And we'll do that again. Sometimes we're holding on to tension and we're not sure how to let it go. And a good way to really kind of bring it in your face is to, on an inhale, tighten up your entire body. Scrunch your toes, activate your legs and your glutes, squeeze that belly in, puff up your chest, make fists, even scrunch up your face. Take a deep breath in, exhale and hold it. This isn't comfortable, is it? Another breath in, and then as you sigh, just allow your entire body to release. Roll your head from side to side. Come back to center. Gently tuck your chin just a little bit. You can wiggle your shoulders and hips around a little bit. And right now we're just noticing where in our bodies we are feeling tension or tightness or sensitivity. Wiggle the fingers and toes. And just pause here for a couple of 3-part breaths. Inhaling into the bottom, middle, then top of the lungs. Notice that pause. And then as we exhale, top, middle, then bottom of the lungs at the bottom of that exhalation. We'll do that again. And just return your breath to normal. Bring your arms alongside the body, palms down, legs parallel. We're going to begin to move, linking our movements to our breath. So starting now and through the entire practice, we will let the breath guide the movements as we inhale, reaching the arms up over the head. You can point your toes. Exhale, release. If you want to flex your feet now on this move, you can. It's up to you. Inhale, open the body, lift through the rib cage. And exhale, release. Try not to let those shoulders creep up. Just watch what they're doing. And bring that lift in through the ribs. Bringing that space into the body. Exhale, releasing. One more big breath in. Opening up. Feel that spaciousness. And then exhale, draw the right knee into the chest. Allow the left leg to soften so that you can get your lower back to the mat. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring the left leg in. Really focusing on the hip flexors, lower back connection there. Breathe and open. Exhale now back to the right knee. So just move with your breath, alternating knees with each exhalation. Inhale, open. Exhale, let's bring that right knee back in whenever you're ready. And we're going to pause here. We're going to notice what our shoulders are doing. Keep them away from the ears. Keep the entire back stable as it meets your mat. You can roll your right ankle. The left leg is extended but soft. You don't have to have it perfectly straight. We're just waking our bodies up to our practice. So listen to your body. Allow that wisdom of your body to help guide your practice. Let's keep our right hand on the outside of our knee. Exhale completely. Bring your left hand to your left hip. This is a reminder to keep the left hip stable. And as you exhale, open your right knee outward, holding it with your hand. Keep that those abdominal muscles active to bring stability into the pelvis, and then move your knee around with your hand. We want to feel that range of motion in the hip socket. Keep the lower back on the mat. And then we'll come back to center. Lower your, bring your left foot to the mat. Bending your left knee, and inhale, reach up through the right toes. Or you can flex the foot, reaching through the heel. Keep those shoulders soft. You can point or flex, whatever you want to do here, stretching out your right hamstring. Just a gentle stretch. These don't have to be big stretches. Just inviting that openness into the body, that movement, that connection to your breath. Inhale, reach up through the foot, and then exhale, bring your right ankle to your left knee. Open the right knee out. Now this might be enough of a stretch here for you with your hand on the inside of your lower right thigh. Or you can just gently bring that left knee in. Keep your right foot flexed. Soften the back. And feel that stretch on the outside of the right hip. You don't have to hug your knee in. Just be where you're able to be at this moment. Connect with your breath. One more breath. Take that breath into that hip. And then exhale, release. Bring that left foot to the mat and open your arms straight out from your shoulders, palms up. Soften those shoulders. Breathe into the heart center. And exhale, lower your right foot over to the left. Keep your knee straight up towards the sky. The outside of your left foot may or may not touch the mat. So be where you're able to be and create an anchor with your ankle on your thigh, gently pressing the two together. Lifting through the right knee, softening the shoulders. Your head can be wherever you want it. And then we'll come back to center. Bring both knees into the chest and kind of sway from side to side. You can roll your knees in a little circle if you want. Tap into those core muscles, the low, deep belly muscles. And then lower your feet to the mat. Inhale, reach the arms and legs apart, opening up the body. And then exhale, bring the arms alongside. Inhale again, opening up. And then we're going to exhale the left knee into the chest. Pause here. Feel the lower back connecting to the mat. You can roll your left ankle here if you want. Bring your awareness to your hip flexors. The right one is opening up. The left one. Really feel that connection to your lower back. And then release. Keep your left hand on the outside of your left knee, right hand on the hip. Exhale, open up that left knee. Find stability in the pelvis, lower back, and then move that knee around. Tap into those core muscles here. Feel that range of motion where your leg attaches to your body, that hip socket. And then come back to center. Place the right foot on the mat. And then inhale your left leg upward, stretching out the hamstring however you want to. Stay connected to the breath. And then exhale your left ankle onto the right thigh. Inhale, open the arms up, outward, breathe into the heart space. And exhale, lower that left foot over to the right, knee up towards the sky. And breathe. A nice little gentle stretch, gentle twist. And then we'll come back to center, knees in. They can be apart, they can be close together, whatever feels good to you right at this moment. And then we'll come back to center, and you can either roll onto one side or come up to tabletop. However you want to, or you can sit up nice and slow. And we will do cat and cow in tabletop. Anytime we're putting weight into the hands, spread those fingertips out nice and wide. Start with an inhale here to just bring awareness to your spine. And then exhale into cat. Pull the low belly in. Inhale. Keep the core active. It will help you to lift that chest through the arms. Gaze about a foot in front of you. And move with your breath. Always starting at the base of the spine, working your way upward. Feel that range of motion in your spine, front and back. Feeling that flexion. We'll inhale, open up that heart center into cat cow, and then exhale into cat, and then come back to a neutral spine, and we'll come into, you can either be seated or you can sit in Thunderbolt, whichever one you want. And we're going to inhale and open up, bring some openness into the shoulders. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, open, palms facing outward. Exhale, palms facing inward. Move with your breath. And then open up. Place your fingertips on your shoulders and roll them in a circle towards the back. Inhale up, exhale down and around. Keep the neck soft. Try not to tense those neck muscles up. And then we'll go in the opposite direction. Come back to center. We'll come up into high knees. Keep that neutral pelvis. Keep the core strong. Interlace your fingertips behind you and lift up through the chest. There is that tendency to arch the lower back. We don't want to do that. We want to keep that pelvis stable. We want to open up that heart space and allow those shoulder blades to kind of melt together. And then exhale, release. Bring the palms together and press through. Out in front of you, opening up the shoulder blades now. And release. Still on high knees, we're going to reach through the right foot. Line the ankle up with the hip. Inhale, reach up through the left fingertips. Make sure you've got access to those amazing abdominal muscles. And exhale, bend to the right. Breathe in. Feel the space in the ribs. Inhale, reach up, and we're going to lower. So keep that anchor with your right foot. Lower the left hand down. Wrist under the shoulder. Reach up through the right fingertips. And if you want to, you can press through the right heel and lift the leg. Stay with the breath. Stay with your power center, your core. And then exhale, release, and gently come into child's pose. So you can just pause here first and then release into child's pose. You can come into child's pose at any time in your practice. You can rest your head on your hands or on the mat and roll your head from side to side, massaging your forehead. Allow the big toes to touch. You can sway through your hips a little bit. Exhale completely. Bring the knees together and try to use your core muscles to lift you back up. This time we'll reach out through the left leg. Inhale the right arm up and exhale, bend to the left. Breathe into the right side of the rib cage. You don't have to go too deep in this. Again, listen to your body. Inhale, reach up, create an anchor with that left foot and lower down. And as you get lower, you're going to need to either keep your toes on the mat for support, or you can lift up through the left leg. Shoulder over shoulder. Keep your head in line with your spine. One more breath. And release. Keep that spine neutral, let it release, and then come back into child's pose. There's that pause between poses. Those pauses can be just as important as the poses themselves. Think of when you breathe. There's the pause between the inhalation and the exhalation. There's a pause between words when we talk. Language would totally be different without those pauses. So use those pauses. Stay connected to your body. Side out. Get those arms ready. Reach them out in front of you. We're going to tuck our toes under. And we're going to lift to downward facing dog. Alternate heel lifts. Nod your head yes, shake your head no. Pull that core in to lift that tailbone up towards the sky. Press those hands into the mat. If your heels don't touch, that's okay. And then we'll walk our feet and hands together into a forward fold. Make sure your feet are hip distance apart. Soften the knees. You can grab opposite shoulders or let your arms hang. Pull the core in because it will help lift that tailbone up. Even if your knees are bent, we'll bring some openness into the backs of the legs. Let your head hang. And just come into whatever version of a forward fold you want to right here. Just taking a couple of breaths here. Release, soften the knees, and roll up. Use those belly muscles, roll up. Roll the shoulders back and down. Coming into a standing position. You can sway the body, whatever you need to do. Another thing to do too, to kind of release the back is you can march. So whatever feels good right now. And when you're ready, we're going to begin our Moon Salutations. I haven't forgotten about those. And we're going to come to the right side of the mat. So I'm going to put a mirroring disclaimer here. I do my best. So hopefully I will be able to cue this so that you can not get confused. Standing in mountain. Inhale up through the crown of the head. Exhale down through the soles of the feet. We're going to inhale and reach the arms up. We're going to take these nice and slow. We're going to exhale to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. As we move throughout these, please stay connected to your core. Exhale, release. And we're going to take that left foot and we're going to step it out and we're going to come into a squat. Breathe in, exhale, keep the knees outward. We're going to inhale up. We're going to turn our toes forward into 5-pointed star and just feel your stability here. We're going to take our left toes and we're going to turn them outward, heel to arch alignment, and exhale into warrior two. Gaze over your middle left finger. Flip the left palm up and lift into reverse warrior, focusing on the lunge and the lift through the left side of the body versus how far we can bend. Just for now, stay right here and open up the left side of the body while you sink into that lunge. And then exhale back to warrior two, but we're going to straighten the left leg, activate the quad. Now I bring my feet a little closer together. That's up to you. Exhale into the right hip, reach through the left fingertips, and come into triangle. We want to feel the stretch in the left thigh. We want to feel the length from the tailbone up through the crown of the head. Deep breath in. And then exhale very slowly. This is one of those transitions. Turn the right toes forward as you fold the left side of your body over your left leg into pyramid. Adjust the stance between your feet if you need to. But the hips are facing the short end of the left side of your mat. One more breath into that left hamstring. And then exhale, come down on the right knee. And we're going to inhale and reach up into a low lunge. If you need to keep your arms in cactus arms, go ahead and do that. Anchor the top of your right foot to the mat. Breathe in. And then exhale, release the hands on the inside of your left foot. There's two separate versions of a side lunge we can do. We can do the high version where we extend through the right leg, bend the left knee, the toes are outward at like a 45-degree angle on the left foot. Or you can come into the low version. Whatever you want to do here. Stay connected to the breath. And then we're going to walk the hands over to the right foot and come into that side lunge again. Whether you're upward or down into that deeper squat version, it's up to you, whichever one you want to do. So now the right leg becomes our front leg. As we inhale one more time, exhale, lower the hands and turn towards the right side of the mat. Now come down on the left knee and inhale into that low lunge. Breathe in. Bring your arms wherever you need them. Cactus or up. Keep your core strong. Exhale, release, and come into pyramid with your right leg in front, folding the right side of the torso over the right leg, keeping the center line of the body. And again, make sure you have a good foundation before we transition into triangle. So get your heel to arch alignment first. Bring your hands under your shoulders so that your spine is a little more adaptable to this. Place your right hand on your right leg. Bring your hips into alignment and then reach up through the left fingertips into triangle. Deep breath in, adjust as you need to in the posture. Listen to your body, keep your core strong. Feel the stretch on your inner right thigh. We're really going to have to use our core here, so lower your left hand, bend the right knee, find your stance, and then slowly come up and reach up into reverse warrior. Stay connected to your breath. Exhale to warrior two. And then on your next exhalation, come into our squat. Bring your hands to the heart center. Step the right foot over to the left. Find your foundation. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend into the left. To the right. Inhale back to center, and then exhale, outward. Come back up, hands to the heart center. Pause here, just notice the energy moving through the body. Notice where you feel it. Keeping the palms gently pressed together. Inhale, lift through the rib cage. Exhale, bend to the left. Press into that right foot. Inhale, back to center. Use those core muscles. Exhale, bend to the right. Come back to center. Bring your hands to your heart center. And then step over with the right foot into the squat. Inhale, reach the arms up and adjust your feet, pointing forward, and then turn the right toes outward. Exhale into warrior two. Stay centered in your breath. Flip the right palm up and lift into reverse warrior, sinking into that lunge. Breathing into the right side of the rib cage. Feel that breath. Feel your strength. And then exhale back to warrior two for just a second there. Exhale into that left hip. Reach through the right fingertips. Come into triangle. Feel that space in the spine. Breathe in. Exhale, release. Bring your hands on either side of the right foot. Turn the left toes forward. Fold into pyramid. And then on your next exhalation, lower your left knee to the mat. Neutral pelvis. Inhale, reach up into our crescent lunge. Exhale. The hands on the inside of that right foot, and then come into that side lunge again, whichever version you want to do. It's okay if you're a little shaky. This practice is giving us that opportunity to find our center. Come on over to the left foot and into that side lunge. Release your hands on either side of your left knee. Turn the body now towards the left. Lower the right knee to the mat and inhale into the crescent lunge. Whatever version of arms. Just feel that heart center open. Feel the rib cage lifting. Exhale, release the hands on either side of the left foot and come into pyramid. Folding the left side of your torso over the left leg. Let the head hang. Feel your breath. And then Align the feet, heel to arch. Our left leg is our front leg. And slide your left hand up, bring your hips into position. You don't want to feel this in your back. And when you're ready, reach up through the right fingertips into triangle. Feeling that space in the spine. And then lower the right hand, bend the right knee. The left knee, and come up into reverse warrior. Nice slow transition. Allow that power to come from your core. You don't have to look up at your hand if it becomes distracting. And then release into warrior two. Bring the hands together. Adjust your feet, toes outward, knees follow the toes into our squat. Come on, out of the squat and step that left foot over to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend to the left. Come back to center. Bend to the right. And then come back up and release. So there was our Moon Salutations practice. Notice how you feel. There's no right or wrong way to feel. This is where you learn about yourself, where you learn about your truth. And then at the front of your mat, reach up and swan dive into a forward fold. Bend those knees as much as you need to. Activate your core. Soften the neck. If you want to take the feet a little wider and sway, do that, or stay in a more active stretch here. It's up to you, whatever your body needs right now. Step back to down dog and shake out your hips. Come back to center, inhale up on your toes, and then pull the belly in as you lower the knees and just come into child's pose. Sigh out the breath, roll your forehead on your mat. A nice reminder to stop overthinking. Just allow yourself to be right here, right now in this moment. And whatever expression of child's pose that you that is right for you at this moment. Just watch your breath as we turn inward. Now we're going to slowly come on up. Bring the head up last into a seated position. Bring the legs out in front of you though. We'll finish off here doing some gentle stretches. So come into staff position. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, gently float forward. Go to where you first feel the stretch and just pause here. Inhale again, and then exhale. You can go a little deeper, but use that exhale to go deeper. No forcing, just allowing yourself to be wherever you are at this moment. And then roll up. Roll the shoulders back and down a few times. And then we'll come into cobbler's pose. Keeping the heels wherever they need, closer to the pelvis, further away, wherever you want to be. And soften into whatever version of the stretch you want to right here. Keep your head in line with your spine. Allow the shoulders to soften. Bring the breath to where you feel to stretch the most and allow the exhale to go there. And then lift that chest, bring the knees together, hug them in. And we're going to slowly roll down onto our backs, one vertebrae at a time. If there are any stretches you like to do at the end of class, allow your body to go there right now. Take the knees wide. And I love this for a stabilization of the lower back after our asana practice. Take your heels outward. You can grab onto the outsides of the feet, the big toes in a peace grip. You can grab onto your shins or place your hands in the crease of the knee for happy baby, wherever you want to be. And allow your back to just soften into the mat. You can sway from side to side or just stay in one spot. Bring the feet together and the knees together. Lower your feet down to the mat and then stretch out one leg at a time. And give yourself a few moments in Shavasana. It's so important to allow the benefits of your practice to just kind of come all together here in the simple act of lying still. Let your feet be 10 to 12 inches apart, toes splay outward. Get your shoulders and hips comfortable and your head. Keep the chin slightly tucked. We don't want to feel any strain. Palms are upward. And just surrender into gravity. Stay aware of the rising and falling of your abdomen or the rib cage opening, expanding on that inhale and kind of releasing or contracting on the exhale. Feel the weight of your body as all your muscles and connective tissue release their grip on your bones. Notice the pause between each inhale and exhale. If any thoughts arise, watch them float away. Don't get involved with the thoughts or judge. Just come right back to your breath, right back to your center. Notice the way your body feels, being supported by the earth. There's no right or wrong way to feel. Just notice without any attachments to any sensation. Notice your surroundings. Again, without judging or getting attached to anything. All of that dualistic nature that we have, let that go and just experience things at this moment how they are. Taking it all in. No labels. Breathing into your center. Allow yourself to open up to that connection to the earth, to your truth. That is really your foundation, because when you can connect to your truth and to the earth that supports us, sustains our life, then you can connect with others. Take a deep breath in to your center, wherever you feel like that might be. Don't overthink it. Let it happen. Sigh it out and begin to gently awaken your body. Gentle movements, wiggling, stretching, whatever you might need. And then roll over onto one side. And just pause there for a breath or two. And then we'll slowly come up to a seated position. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email us at satyayoga.llc@gmail.com. That is SATYAYOGA.LLC@gmail. I hope you have a good day. I hope you're able to stay grounded and centered, and take this time of the great pause to connect with your truth. Namaste.